It's been horrific. I mean, my first miscarriage was at 21 weeks back in July last year. Halfway through my pregnancy, we'd had a perfectly healthy scan. So we'd announced it to friends, family, my work, everyone knew. And then we found out at a routine scan that our baby had no heartbeat. So we then had to go down to Treliske Hospital, where I was induced into labour. And I had to go through full labour, the same as I would if I was delivering at full term. So not only was it traumatic in that I found out my baby had died, but I also had to give birth to that baby. There is support, but I feel like you have to seek it out actively. So there are a couple of great charities that helped me. The Miscarriage Association's one, and they've got a sort of a support network and support phone that you can ring up. But otherwise, I had my community midwife popped round sort of in the 2 days after we came out of hospital. And then that was it, really. I was signed off by the GP for as long as I wanted from work. Because it wasn't counted as a stillbirth, because it was before the 24-week cut-off, I wasn't entitled to maternity leave. I was just sort of signed off on sick leave. I mean, my family and my friends were great, and they were a real help, but sort of professional help, there wasn't really any. I guess I want women to feel like it's okay to speak out, and to not have to go through it alone. If I hadn't have been 21 weeks in my first pregnancy when I lost it, and I hadn't already told people I was pregnant, I probably wouldn't have said anything. You know, 1 in 4 pregnancies end in miscarriage, and most of those happen before 12 weeks. And there's a whole thing around, you know, you don't tell people you're pregnant until you've passed that 12-week mark, in case you miscarry. And it's almost seemed like it's something to be ashamed of or something to be embarrassed of. And I guess what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to break that stigma. And I'm trying to break that taboo of, you know, people being ashamed. And you know, I think after you have a miscarriage, your first thing is, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Was it my fault? Was it because I ate whatever? Was it because I had that sip of champagne at someone's wedding? And I guess by talking about it especially with people who've gone through it, is actually, it's not my fault at all. You know, you go over every single week of that pregnancy, every day of that pregnancy, and you try and think, well, was it because of this? Well, you know, I did have quite a warm bath, or I had quite a hot bath. Was it maybe that contributed to it? Or you analyse every second, trying to pinpoint some reason for it. And the guilt is awful. You know, you are, as a mother, as a pregnant woman, you are entrusted to grow this baby and to look after it safely. And as a mother, that's your main role, is to look after your child. And to not be able to do that, and, you know, for your baby to then die, almost feels like you failed before, you know, you failed at the first hurdle. Just don't bottle it up. Just speak about it, whether it's, you know, whether you pay to see a professional therapist, or whether you ring, you know, one of the charity helplines, or whether you talk to your best friend, or you turn to an online messaging board. You know, just don't bottle it up. Get your feelings out there, and don't feel guilty for feeling either. And don't feel like you have to spring back and be happy instantly. And I think another thing is, ignore stupid comments, because there will be a lot of those. At least it happened early. It was only a ball of cells, so wasn't like it was a baby. Take comfort in the fact you can get pregnant is another one. And, everyone is trying to be lovely and trying to help, but actually those sort of comments aren't helpful at all.